Hey everyone, happy Friday. I hope everyone's been doing well. I haven't made a video in a while. Been kind of doing a lot of just studying and going back and looking charts, obviously looking at old charts and kind of just refining the strategy, because there's so much to 3CR that we do know, and a lot that I wasn't applying, some that I was. So I was just going back and testing a lot of things, and that's what this video is going to be about. I want to just go over my current process right now of looking for trades. It's still, at the end of the day, I'm still looking at 3CRs. I'm still looking at RSI. Nothing's changing in regards to that. But there's just a little few more tweaks that I'm adding, and trying to get the most AAA trades possible, So without further ado, let's drop right into it. Let me see. My mic's a little awkward. Alright, there we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So, as of lately, I've been paying a lot of attention to the higher time frame 3CRs, whereas before, I was kind of just, I was paying attention to the RSI of the higher time frames and the levels, but I wasn't paying attention to the actual closes. And there's a candle, there's a video that Darren had made, Best Forex Method, and he says one thing. He just says, pay attention to the close of each candle. And I had seen the video a long time ago, and then I watched it again recently, and it clicked with me. And when you wake up in the morning, you start looking at your charts to find a trade. Instead, what I would do before, when I would just look at the RSI and everything, now I'm looking at the close. Where is everything closed? Prior to where I'm about to just start looking for a trade, where is everything closing at? So one of my rules, said it before, I don't trade until market open, right? So everything before market open, I'm watching, because 6:30 is the 9:30 New York market open, stock market open. So for this example, what does a AAA trade look like? I didn't have one specifically today. There was one on gold, but it was pre-market trade. But I'll go over it regardless, just so you can understand. So essentially, what a AAA trade is to me at this moment right now is everything that I've explained before, and a 3CR on the 30, a 3CR on the 15, and the 5, all in the direction that I'm trading in. And the reason that is because when you're trading on the lower time frame, if everything else is in alignment, you're only adding more confidence to your trade, and you're increasing your odds, really, of getting a profitable trade. So something like this at this point right here, we have a 3CR. No, excuse me, that's not it. That's not one. Let's find a trade then, shall we? Right here. Let me clear off these levels, because these are all levels from this morning. I can remark them up. Okay, this is a great example. So look at this. Like I said, everything that I've mentioned before in my other video, on my other affirmation video, still applies. I think there's some stuff I talk about with the RSI that I kind of have changed a little bit, but for the most part, 90% of it is the same. So we're above the dragon here on the 5-minute. Higher time frames. What are we looking for? We got. I'm not gonna mark up my resistance. I'll just mark this quicken up here as a target. But you can see we have a 3CR on the 30-minute. So we're trading a 30-minute 3CR, right? Go to the 15-minute. What do we have? 15-minute 3CR completed. What else is in line? RSI. What else is in line over here? RSI as well. Everything is growing momentum. Then you move over to the 5-minute. What do we have? 3CR in our favor over here with the pullback. So at this point, when this candle opens here at 1945, after both of these 3CRs, you're almost guaranteed to get a pullback. Do not trade without seeing a pullback first. This is so important. These trades will always more than likely pull back, and it's just, you just gotta wait for it, because we're, like Darren said before, all we're doing is trading test and retest, test and retest. So right here, as it broke through all this resistance, of course it's going to retest it. It comes back, pulls back, next candle over. Once it broke the high of this RSI here, boom, price just goes. You would have traded it from here to here, to this resistance. Excuse me. And that's a AAA trade with absolutely no sweat. You didn't get, you didn't have any drawdown, nothing. It just worked right away. This is a perfect AAA trade. Now, although, and this is, it's probably weird to hear, weird to say, we're not always trading AAA trades. As much as I'd like to always trade a AAA trade, there are opportunities elsewhere that still give great opportunities. So I'll give an example of that right here on MES. And I'll show you my trade from M2K this morning as well right now. So so I said that 30-minute and 15-minute has to be in line, and the 5-minute, correct? Well, here on the MES, our 30-minute has not completed, but the 15-minute, however, did. So we got a 15-minute 3CR, new candle opens, we're going to watch for a pullback. Why would I have taken this trade? Well, for one, it's still a higher time frame 3CR, the lower time frame still in alignment, and the most important part, RSI is in alignment on the higher time frames. So when you get these higher time frame RSIs that are green with your, say, your 15-minute 3CR, that's still a valid trade in my opinion, regardless of 3CR not being completed on the 30-minute. I will still look at taking this trade. It won't be considered a AAA trade in my view, in my eyes, but I will still gladly take it. So you can see just how well it worked here. We had straight downward momentum, way below the 20 level. New candle opens here, 645, pulls back, and then once it breaks this support, look where it goes, right down to the next support, without hesitation, just goes straight down. That would have been a trade. It would have been done on the day. And like I said, 3CR on the 30 was not completed. However, this is a 15-minute play. This is a 15-minute 3CR with everything else in alignment. We're still playing off hourly support and resistance. Still have looking at the higher time frame momentum. This is a trade I would have taken, and it would have gotten you into a great trade. And so same thing exactly here on M2K. Oops. My trade was right here. So let me refresh this so you can see it. Excuse me. So right here, candle close, 15-minute 3CR, and this one actually, no, pardon me. This is the other way around. So what we had on this trade was a 30-minute 3CR. You can see we were completed here, we pulled back, and then we were going to make our downward move. The difference is our 15-minute was not completed. So again, this is not a AAA trade that I would like to ideally be taking. However, everything else, and this is something that's been mentioned before, and I'm going to reference Darren's videos a lot because I learn everything from him. But when you have so many puzzle pieces together and you can see everything is aligning, you have just like, I'll go over 3CR below dragon, you have the close below the dragon, you have clear space, you have momentum and agreement, you have a 3CR on the higher time frames, the RSI is agreeing on the higher time frames. When everything is lining up and you just have one piece that isn't lining up, it's not necessarily as an excuse, or it's not a reason to say I can't take this trade. If everything else is lining up, you do have opportunity to take these trades. It just won't be your AAA 100% I'm taking this trade, it's gonna type of trade. But we can see here we had a 3CR on the 5-minute, so it didn't pull back until this candle here, when this candle pulled back and then it turned bearish right here, that's where I grabbed it, took it from here down to that support, 32 pips, easy, done. And the reason I wanted to get in and out of this trade as fast as possible as well is because I knew this 15-minute candle was about to complete this 3CR, and like I said, you're most likely always going to get a pullback. And sure enough, what did we get? A pullback. And then you could have very well have just traded that pullback. Again, this is when you get a 3CR and it pulls back, it just gives you another potential entry. So really, you could have traded this, let it pull back off after this completed 3CR, and then traded it again. So just I'm trying to show how many opportunities there really are when you're putting all these puzzle pieces together. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I think the way I'm trading right now is just a lot more precise. I'm just always trying to add precision. That's all I could ask for as a trader, is precision and consistency in said precision. So yeah, guys, please let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna try, or I'm gonna be posting more charts again. I know I was lacking, but I really was just trying to keep my head down and put a lot of time into studying. So I'll get back to it though. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Like I said, it's Friday, so let's get into the weekend, enjoy our weekend, and do it again next week. So, all right, catch you guys on the next one. Later, everybody.